Hi everybody, welcome back to another video with Kat. That was so weird. We're trying that again. This says hi. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Kat about Raid Shadow Legends. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Siege because what is it? I don't know. I know what it is. We're gonna go over what it is, but it's just a game mode that is so weird to me and just feels so out of place in the rest of the game. So we're gonna talk about it today. I want to kind of pick you guys' brain, talk about my opinions on it, and we'll go from there. Before we get into it, Lemony C. Goldwing's login event is ending soon, so you need to jump into the game as soon as you can. And if you use the link in my description, you're going to get another legendary champion, Corrado Fox Hunter, as soon as you complete the tutorial. Yugo, the epic support champion, will hit your account once you hit level 10. She'll pop right into your inbox. Lady Annabelle will do the same thing once you hit level 20 in-game. And Fane will join you at level 30. So you get 3 epic supports, Corrado Fox Hunter, the legendary, Lemony C. Goldwing, after 7 days of logging in. So you want to do that quick because you may not have enough time to do that. And then you get a 3rd legendary, Sun Wukong, by using the promo code Monkey King in the first 48 hours of creating your account. Huge incentive there. 3 epics, 3 legendaries, and you're only going to get those 3 legendaries for about a week more, so jump in now. And Lemony C. Goldwing is super, super helpful for early accounts, so join the game as soon as you can. Use the link in my description. So let's talk about Siege. I don't really have a lot of critiques about the game modes here. I think they all have a really good varying difficulty. There's a lot that you can do. Siege does not feel that way to me. So first off, a big problem I have with Siege is that way here in the back, and it's already over here, and you see that I have got a little red dot poking at me because we're currently winning in Siege right now, and my team is getting benefits from everybody else but me. I did a battle or two yesterday, but I have not been doing a lot of it on purpose because I wanted to show it in this video. So the way this is set up is you as a clan set defenses in all of these little posts. Another enemy clan does the same thing. You guys get matched and then you battle it out. So the goal of it is to, when you're matched up against an enemy like this, is to be able to take out all of the teams that they have in their posts, mainly their stronghold, which it looks like my team has already gone through, and all of their towers. So there's a bunch of different places to attack, and you want to get through all of the teams that they have. If your team wins, and so far we're doing pretty good, you tend to get a lot of good gear. Feral gear in particular, which is super, super helpful. I'm going to collect mine really quick. So I got some helmets, gauntlets, and chest plate. So I use feral gear on almost every champion, but mainly my really big ones, especially you can see here, like Alice has a bunch of them. She's got 3 pieces, and feral gear is super helpful because it gives you a boost in accuracy and speed. Now those are 2 of the most important stats in the game, so obviously there's a lot of incentive for doing feral gear. I believe Siege is one of the only places that you can get it. So as your team gets through, the more victories you can do and the more towers and posts and things you can take out, the more gear you get. You also get a victory chest if you win, which has a ton of that gear, plus some accessories. And then there's also a couple other little resources that you can only use in Siege. So this is where it's kind of weird for me. PvP, like player versus player kind of stuff, is not super common in this game. So my main comparison here is like clan versus clan or arena. Both clan versus clan and arena are really straightforward kind of game modes. Clan versus clan isn't live right now, so I can't show you, but I do have videos about that. Arena, on the other hand, is just super straightforward because they have a defense, you have an offense. You're not playing live, you just take them out. And it's a similar mechanic over here in Siege, but there's just a lot more complexity because you're dealing with a whole team of people, not necessarily just one person. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. We're going to try this here. I think the other difficulty here is that I don't know if that aura works. We're going to run it on auto like I would in an arena battle, and it looks like it's going pretty well so far, but we'll see how that can go. I also just did a video about how my arena team has been adjusted thanks to my husband taking over my account, and I also just unlocked Arbiter, so now my arena is like a lot easier. It's not quite perfect, but it's a lot easier. So another critique I have about it is Siege has phases. So there's a prep phase, and now we're in the battle phase, and then it's in just like a weird nothing phase. A difficulty I have with that is that there's no in-game notifications when everything starts happening, and I tend to forget because there is so much happening in this game that, like, Raid Shadow Legends is incredibly dense. There's so much to do all the time. I have work and a house to take care of and a lot of other things happening, so I forget a lot of stuff. Like, Boomer's on my case about doing Iron Twins. I forget Iron Twins all the time. I forget Siege all the time. There's no, like, notification in the game to prompt me to do it. I guess the only thing that would help me with that is I need to be more proactive about checking this little bit here at the top, because it'll tell me, like, you know, what scrolls or keys or tokens I haven't used. So then that can be a marker for me. But the prep phase is usually what I miss, and that gets frustrating because when you look at the battle report where you collect your resources as you win, you get the mana and the florins, and those are only used here in Siege, but then I forget to use them because there's no in-game prompt that, hey, prep is starting, you want to, like, spend these, and you can use those to kind of boost each one of these posts and stuff like that. But that I always forget because there's no, like, way to do it. And plus, the weird thing is the resources just kind of feel pointless. I'll spend florins on something, or I'll donate the mana or do whatever for my clan, and I don't know what that's doing, like, at all. I don't know if it's working. There's no, like, way, there's no visual for me to see, like, what that's going to. It just feels so abstract and strange, and it's really, it's just weird. It feels kind of underdeveloped and out of place in the rest of the game. So another difficulty with this is that your clan composition matters like crazy. So this kind of goes back to, I've talked about long ago. You want to find a clan where most people are, like, on a similar level, or at least playing the same amount, or have similar account sizes, because otherwise things get weird. The big differences in account sizes can lead to a lot of weirdness. But we also know that from Clan Boss. Like, if you're like me and can't do Ultra Nightmare, you kind of feel out of place in the rest of your clan when everybody's just going hard on Ultra Nightmare mode, and you're like, I can do Nightmare, and that's about it. And as you could see in here, there are some big defense teams. Like, who wants to go after that? Absolutely not. Like, that does not look appealing to me at all. So the other difficulty in here is that if you want to, if we're going up against a really scary looking team, where was the one I was looking at? There he is. If we want to go up against that team, it's going to be a lot more difficult now, because the champions that I used, I can only use twice. And I used that same team composition earlier when when I did my attack yesterday. So now they can only be used twice. So now, I still have my Arbiter, but I don't have Sun Wukong, I don't have Alice, I don't have Fabian anymore. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. They did have some recent updates that came to the game as far as for Siege, mainly being traps. So that's something that comes through in the prep period, which, again, if you're not paying attention to it, if you're, whatever else is going on, you miss it. So the traps can, I think you use mana or florins in order to hide some of your defense champions, so they, the opposing team doesn't really know. I could look in here and they could have Drexthar hidden here, and I'd be like, oh, or they could have Wixel hidden here, and you're like, oh, that's not that bad. And then you're like, oh shit, there's Wixel once you get into the battle. So that's a little sneaky, and that kind of adds more dynamic and fun to it. It'll also, like, add things in game where it'll, deny the opposing team a heal while they're fighting against your team. So there are some interesting things that are worth doing. It's just, I think because it's player versus player kind of setup, or clan versus clan kind of setup, I don't know, it feels kind of out of place. I mean, I still love that you get feral gear here, and I'm always going to be doing, if I remember, or if it pops up in my feed that Siege is going on, I will always do it because I want that feral gear, and I want, there's the peer pressure. I'm a people pleaser. I want to help my clan. But I wish there, I've said it a lot already, but I wish there were some in-game notifications about Siege, or if there was a clan quest for Siege, something that reminds me that it's there. That would be super helpful. I wish there were a couple more invaluable incentives beyond just the Feral Gear, because, I mean, Feral Gear is great, but you get the mana and the Florins, and it's just kind of like, well, this just feeds back into it. It doesn't really help me a lot outside the game other than that gear. And I know I'm nitpicking here because this gear is really, really good. All of this could just be chalked up to I'm salty and I just don't like this game mode. But I'm interested to see what you guys say about this as well. I wish I enjoyed Siege more, but let me know down in the comments. Are you a big Siege fan? Do you play it at all? Do you have a hang up on Siege? And if so, what is it? I have a hard time verbalizing and kind of figuring out exactly why it's so weird to me, but it definitely is, and I want to see your guys' opinion on it. Before you go, don't forget, click the link in the description in order to get Corrado Fox Hunter for your account. You can download the game with that link or QR code, and you're going to get 3 epic supports, and you'll get 3 epic champions, Yugo being one of them, and 3 legendaries. Corrado will be your first one. Using the promo code Monkey King, you'll get Sun Wukong. And then in the next week or so, jump in as soon as you can in order to get Lemon-Easy Goldwing, a really great login champion, super good for early on in the game. But that's all I have. Thank you guys again so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!